Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kumusta yung sounds?
Okay na, sir.
Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today is February 14, 2024, and we're scheduled to have pre-bid conference for 10 civil works projects. I'll just give you an overview of what are these. These are 24M0002, 24M0084, 24M0087, and we're scheduled to have 24M0090, 24M0091, 24M0094, 24M0132, 24M0192, 24M0193, 24M0220. So later we'll give you the title of this project ID, because we're going first to have the invitation, to be led by Engineer Mas. The second. Thank you very much. So now we're going to proceed with the roll call of participants, including the determination of the quorum of the bids and awards committee.
Good morning, everyone. For today's pre-bid conference for 10 civil works projects, here are the following attendees. Sir Khan P. Mansunayan, the back chairperson. Engineer Alimandaya Tanggol, back member, who is present via Zoom. Engineer Arnold Olangkaya, back member, who is also present via Zoom. Engineer Mashud Mastor Ibrahim, back member. Engineer Shirley Avila, head of the back secretariat. Attorney Nomayri S. Amerol, head of the back PWG. Engineer Jessica Romano, back secretariat. Engineer Rosnia Alama Saliwato, back secretariat. Ma'am Grace Marcelo, back secretariat. Ma'am Hanalyn Espiang, back PWG member. Engineer Vanessa J. Salazar, back secretariat. Engineer Roberto Gabriel Conrado Papulong from the Planning and Design Division. The Engineer Dinala Romano from the Disciplinary staff. We also have a representative from one construction firm. We have Nascon Builders, Sir Junaid Masakat. That would be all, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And how about the observers? Do you have any? So it is on record that the office sent invitation to observers, but up to this moment, there's no in attendance yet. So please put it on record, the sending of invitation to all observers and duly received by them. And also, I've noticed that we only have one contractor present. So, although the pre-bid conference does not require the attendance of contractors, it is merely a optional for them to attend. But the pre-bid conference is the proper forum for them to ask any clarifications, they wish during the discussion of the projects that are going to be discussed. So if their absence could mean that they're waiving such right to ask any issues or clarification pertaining to the projects that they are joining. So also I'd like to inform everybody that this pre-bid conference is live via YouTube, So you're now already waiving all your rights. We are already recorded here. So thank you with that. With this, I'd like to welcome all the participants to this pre-bid conference. Now we may proceed with the reading of the individual project with the project title I've mentioned earlier. Contract ID number 24MO0002. This is the road widening BANISILAN-GUILING-ALAMADA-LIBUNGAN Road K1682 plus 314 to K1686 plus 066 Alamada, Cotabato. Contract ID number 24MO0084. This is the concreting of road from KIARING proper to SITIO TUPPONG Barangay KIARING Banisilan Cotabato. Contract ID number 24MO0087. This is the rehabilitation of road PUROK PAG-ASA, PUROK MASINULONDON, and PUROK MALIPAYON, BRGY, BUAYAN, Malang, Cotabato. Contract ID number 24MO0090. This is the construction of road station number 0+000 to station 0+535.992, Barangay KIMADZIL, CARMEN, Cotabato. Contract ID number 24MO0091. This is the construction of road Barangay POBLACION, CARMEN, Cotabato. 24MO0094. This is the construction of road Barangay MIGUEL, MACASARTE, BANISILAN, Cotabato. 24MO0132. This is the construction of road Barangay Crossing Rubber to Barangay POBLACION, TUPI, South, Cotabato. And then 24MO0192. This is the construction of road Barangay Assumption, Coronadal City, South Cotabato. And then 24MO0193, the construction of road CPO Upper Riverside, Barangay San Jose, Bacan to Barangay Nasi, Surala, South Cotabato. Then finally, 24MO0220, this is the completing of road PUROK for Barangay Polo to Kasaba, Barangay Maligo, to HBCC plantation area in support of agribusiness industry, Polomolok, South Cotabato. So I forgot to announce if the Regional Works Committee is in quorum. So before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Attorney General Ali Macadato, the Vice Chairperson of the Regional Works Committee, and the Chief of the RUAL. And with that, we are 3 + 2, 5 out of 6. Therefore, I declare this private conference in quorum. So to proceed, we have we prepared a meeting agenda for this private conference, and we are going to discuss here 3 items. For item 1, we have sub items. And just give an overview. This is about a brief presentation, explanation by the Regional Works Committee of the following. First is the basic contract data and then the requirements of bidding documents. Under the documents to be submitted by the bidders. So under documents to be submitted by the bidders, we have to discuss here the technical proposals as well as the financial proposals. Then under item number 2, we have the electronic submission and receipt of the bids for the procurement of the civil works contracts. Then finally, we have to give a summary of the proceedings, including the bids bulletin to be issued, if any. And for this, may we start now with item number 1. This is all about a brief presentation, explanation by the Regional Works Committee of the basic contract data, including contract description, EBC, and duration. Also, yes, and this time this should be discussed to you by Engineer Master Bisikan Ibrahim, the OIC Chief of the Planning and Design Division in the top member.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning.
Basic contract data for contract ID 24M00002 for widening BANISILAN-GUILING-ALAMADA-LIBUNGAN Road S00825FN K1682 plus 314 to K1686 plus 066 at Alamada, North Cotabato. This is a road widening with 7.558 kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 145,715,000. Contract duration is 264 calendar days. Required pickup license category is region A. The contract ID 24M00084, completing road from KIARING proper to SITIO TUPPONG, BRGY KIARING at BANISILAN-GUILING. This is a construction of concrete road with 3.4 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 57,900,000. Contract duration is 223 calendar days. Pickup license category is region A. For contract ID 24M0087, rehabilitation of road, PUROK PAG-ASA, PUROK MASINULONDON, and PUROK MALIPAYON at Barangay BUAYAN, COTABATO. This is a construction of concrete road with 2.48 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 38,600,000. Contract duration is 187 calendar days. Pickup license category is region A. For contract ID 24M00090, construction of road, Barangay KIMADZIL at CARMEN, COTABATO. This is a construction of concrete road with 1.071984 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 9,900,000. Contract duration is 76 calendar days. Pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 24M00091, construction of road, Barangay POBLACION, CARMEN, COTABATO. This is a construction of concrete road with 1.01764 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 9,900,000. Contract duration is 76 calendar days. Pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 24M00094, construction of road, Barangay MIGUEL, MACASARTE, BANISILAN, COTABATO. Construction of concrete road with 0.943816 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 9,900,000. Contract duration is 76 calendar days. Pickup license category is small B. So contract ID 24M00132, construction road, Barangay Crossing Rubber, Barangay POBLACION, TUPI, South Cotabato. This is a construction of concrete road with 2.23 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 24,750,000. Contract duration is 100 calendar days. Pickup license category is medium A. Contract ID 24M00192, construction road, Barangay Assumption, Coronadan City, South Cotabato. This is a construction of concrete road, 0.236 lane kilometers. Approved budget on the contract is 4,950,000. Contract duration is 43 calendar days. Pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 24M00193, construction of road, SITIO Upper Riverside, Barangay San Jose, Mga, Barangay Nasi, Sorada, South Cotabato. This is a construction of concrete road with 0.5340 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 4,950,000. Contract duration is 43 calendar days. Required pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 24M00220, concreting of road, PUROK 4, Barangay Polo to Casaba, Barangay Maligo Road to HPCC Plantation Area in support of agribusiness industry for Bolok, South Cotabato. This is a construction of concrete road in 4.202 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 50,566,000. Contract duration is 212 calendar days, and the pickup license category is medium A. So that will be all of the basic contract data, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Ibrahim. So you have just heard about the discussion on the brief contract description together with the ABC and the duration, including the brief scope of work that was presented to you by Engineer Ibrahim. Now let's proceed with the requirements of the bidding documents. This includes the instruction to bidders, general condition of contract, special condition of contract, specification, drawings, bills of quantities, and forms. So this should be the fortunate time for the contractors to raise a question, but unfortunately, so we have one contractor present in this private conference. But nevertheless, this will be presented to by Engineer Roberto Gabriel.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Chair. For contract ID 24M00002, road widening, BANISILAN-GUILING-ALAMADA-LIBUNGAN Road, K1682 plus 314 to K1686 plus 066, Alamada North, Cotabato. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, and removal and relocation of utilities. Part C, earthworks, includes the following. Individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter. Individual removal of trees, small, 500 to 750 millimeters in diameter. Removal of existing road signs. Removal of actual structures obstruction, PCCP unreinforced, 150 millimeters thick. Removal of actual structures obstruction, RCPC, 910 millimeters in diameter. Removal of structures and obstruction, concrete. Removal of existing guardrails. Surplus common excavation, surplus rock excavation, soft. Structure excavation, common soil. Foundation fill. Pipe culverts and drains excavation, common soil. Embankment from roadways and structure excavation, common soil. Subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following. Gravel surface course, Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction includes the following. Reinforcing steel, grade 40, structural concrete, class A, 20.68 MPa at 14 days, and structural concrete, class B, 20.68 MPa. Drainage and slope protection includes the following. Pipe culverts, RCPC, class 4, 910 millimeters in diameter. Pipe culverts, RCPC, class 4, 1,220 millimeters in diameter, and stone masonry. Part H, other miscellaneous structures includes the following. Metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam. Metal beam end piece, bullnose. Installation of metal guardrail, metal beam including post, W beam. Warning signs, horizontal alignment. W13A, 600 millimeters, curve left or right. Regulatory signs, prohibitive or restrictive signs. R3-16A, prohibition of overtaking, 600 millimeters. Hazard markers, chevron signs, 450 by 600 millimeters. Reinstallation only. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. And single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 120 watts, 8 millimeter pole, 1.5 meter mast arm length. For contract ID 24M00084, concreting of road from KIARING proper to SITIO TUBPONG, Barangay KIARING, BANISILAN, COTABATO. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, and removal and relocation of utilities, which includes 34 electrical posts. Part C, earthworks includes the following. Clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, surplus common excavation, surplus rock excavation, soft, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface course, includes the following: gravel surface course, Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction, includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, includes the following: pipe culverts 910 millimeters in diameter class 4 RCPC, catch basins 910 millimeters in diameter, and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, fishtail, regulatory signs 600 millimeters, R3-16A, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, regulatory signs 600 millimeters, R4-1B, speed signs, speed restriction maximum, regulatory signs 900 millimeters, R4-3A, speed signs, speed restriction signs, seedling saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single-arm solar LED roadway lighting, 8-meter pole, 60 watts. For contract ID 24M00087, rehabilitation of road, PUROK PAG-ASA, PUROK MASINULONDON, and to PUROK Malipayon, Barangay BUAYAN, COTABATO. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, and removal and relocation of utilities, which includes 26 electrical posts. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway and structure excavation, common soil, embankment from borrow, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, sub-base and base course, includes the following: aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface course, includes the following: gravel surface course, Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction, includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, includes the following: pipe culverts RCPC class 4 910 millimeters in diameter, grouted riprap class A, and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, fishtail, warning signs, horizontal alignment, reverse curve left or right, W1-4A, 600 millimeters, regulatory signs, 600 millimeters, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, regulatory signs, 600 millimeters, speed signs, speed restriction maximum, regulatory signs, speed signs, 900 millimeters, speed restriction signs, hazard markers, chevron signs, 450 by 600 millimeters, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single-arm solar LED roadway lighting, 60 watts to 80 watts at 8-millimeter pole. For contract ID 24M00090, construction of road, Barangay KIMADZIL, CARMEN, COTABATO. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on a rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, surplus common excavation, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, sub-base and base course, includes the following: aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface course, includes the following: gravel surface course and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: Regulatory signs, 600 millimeters, R3-16A, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking. Regulatory signs, 600 millimeters, R4-1B, speed signs, speed restriction maximum. Regulatory signs, 900 millimeters, R4-3A, speed signs, speed restriction signs. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 60 watts to 80 watts on 8 millimeter pole. For contract ID 24M00091, construction of road, Barangay Poblacion, CARMEN, COTABATO. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on a bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following. Clearing and grubbing, surplus common excavation, embankment from roadway and structure excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following. Gravel surface course and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following. Regulatory signs, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, R3-16A, 600 millimeters. Regulatory signs, speed speed restriction maximum, 600 millimeters. Regulatory signs, speed restriction signs, 900 millimeters. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 60 to 80 watts, 8 millimeter pole. For contract ID 24M00094, construction of road, Barangay Miguel, MACASARTE, BANISILAN, Cotabato. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis and provision of 4x4 pickup service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following. Clearing and grubbing, surplus common excavation, embankment from roadway and structure excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following. Gravel surface course, Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part H, other miscellaneous structures includes the following. Metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, fishtail, regulatory signs, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, R3-16A 600 millimeters, regulatory signs, speed restriction signs maximum 600 millimeters. Regulatory signs, speed restriction signs 900 millimeters, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 60 watts to 80 watts, 8 millimeter pole. For contract ID 24M00132, construction of road, Barangay Crossing Rubber to Barangay Poblacion, TUPI, South Cotabato. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following. Individual removal of trees, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, small. Removal of actual structures obstruction, RCPC 1,220 millimeters in diameter. Removal of structures and obstruction concrete, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following. Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures includes the following: pipe culverts 1,220 millimeters in diameter class 4 RCPC and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following: seedlings and saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single-arm solar LED roadway lighting 8mm pole 60 to 80 watts. For contract ID 24M00192, construction of road, Barangay Assumption, Colonel City, South Cotabato, the scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following: individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement 280 millimeters thick, unreinforced at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures includes the following: stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following: hazard markers 450 by 600 millimeters chevron signs, seedlings, saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. For contract ID 24M00193, construction of road, Sitio Upper Riverside, Barangay San Jose, Banga to Barangay Nasi, Sorala, South Cotabato. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following: surplus common excavation, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common materials. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following: reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. And lastly, for contract ID 24M00220, construction of concrete road, PUROK 4, Barangay Polo to Cassava, Barangay Maligo Road to HBCC Plantation Area in support of agribusiness, Pulumulok, South Cotabato. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following: individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40, structural concrete class A 20.68 MPa at 28 days, structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa, lean concrete class B 16.5 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures includes the following: Pipe culverts, RCPC, Class 4, 910 millimeters in diameter, grouted riprap, Class A, and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: metal guardrail, metal beam, including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, bullnose, warning sign, 600 millimeters, AA1-3A, horizontal alignment, curve, left or right, regulatory signs, 600 millimeters, R3-16A, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, hazard markers, 450 by 600 millimeters, chevron signs, seedling saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. That was all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have exhaustively discussed the requirement of the building document. So, by the way, do we have a participant or viewer from the Zoom platform? Try to check if there's any. Maybe they are asking, raising questions. So if not, let us proceed with the documents to be submitted to the bidders. In this item, the presenter will discuss to you the technical proposals of the bidders. So with some of the requirements to be attached in their bid proposals, and this time this will be given to you by
Once again, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For the technical requirements, first is the field job certificate of registration and membership in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Second, if the bidder is not previously enrolled in a TWA, the bidder's Class A and Class B documents not covered with the field job certificate in accordance with section 4.8.2 of the CPM Volume 2. This document should include, among others, the following information required in IRR section 25.2b. First is the valid pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures. Second, statement of all ongoing government inquiries, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Third, statement identifying the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLAC, the contract to be bid. Fourth, the net financial contracting capacity NFCC computation, a statement of total assets and total liabilities, and lastly, the joint venture agreement if applicable. The bidder is already enrolled in the CWA but would like to update any other Class A and Class B documents. The pertinent documents are to be updated. Third is the bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, and the eligibility requirements under section 23.1 of the IRR. We'll also discuss the other project technical requirements. First is the organizational chart for the contract to be bid. This should be signed by the authorized managing officer. Second is the contractor's list of key personnel, which are the project manager, project engineer, PPWH materials engineer, construction safety officer 3, and the construction foreman. For the project manager, please include a copy of the TIN ID or the TIN. For safety officer 3, with mandatory 40-hour basic OSH training course applicable to the industry, an additional 48 hours of advanced and specialized occupational safety training course relevant to the industry. The list of key personnel should be submitted together with their respective qualifications and experience data, which the work experience is similar to the project being procured. Third is the list of the contractor's major equipment unit pledge to be used for the project, must be supported by proof of ownership. If it is owned, for lease agreement and purchase agreement. In case of leased equipment, a lease contract and affidavit of commitment should be submitted with the lessor or owner or as the pledger of the equipment, stating therein that the equipment will be available for the full duration of the project. For purchase agreement, the description of the equipment to be purchased must be indicated in the document. All documents in support of the ownership of equipment pledge and other documents photocopied from the original shall shall be clear or readable, and it should be authenticated or certified through copy as needed during the post-qualification process. All bidders or contractors are required to fully comply with the contract minimum equipment requirements as prescribed in the bid documents. A complete technical description of your pledged equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to engine number, year model, chassis number, plate number, production and load capacity, availability, and operating condition. In addition, bidders were also required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment are located. Fourth is the omnibus sworn statement. This is by the prospective bidder in the form prescribed by the GPPB or the Government Procurement Policy Board. This should be signed and duly notarized. Fifth is the inclusion of the minimum testing materials equipment. Contractors are likewise required for the inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid in compliance with Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017. Additional pertinent documents: the sworn statement or the conflict of interest with the prospective bidder or his authorized representative, duly signed and notarized. Second is the contractor's certification on key personnel as per Department Order 9, Series of 2012, duly signed or notarized. There are sample forms or sample formats that are available in the bidding documents for guidance and reference. That would be it.
Thank you very much, Engineer Romano. So now, let us proceed with the discussion of the financial proposals. What had been discussed earlier was the technical proposal. This time, we'll be discussing with you the financial proposals. And in addition to this, the item number 2 of the agenda, which is the electronic submission of the set of bids for procurement of civil works contract, will also be discussed to you by Engineer BANISILAN-GUILING-ALAMADA.
Good morning, everyone. For the financial requirements, first is the bid form. It must be in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9 of bidding forms. Contractors must write the original total price of bid written in figures and in words. If the contractor has a discount offer, it will please write the methodology of your application and indicate the new bid amount written in figures and in words. For the discounts offered, it will be deducted in the original bid amount and that in the ABC and the amount written in words with prevail. Second is the bid prices and bill of quantities. It consists of bid prices written in figures and in words. Third is the detailed estimates. It includes summary sheets indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, equipment rental use, indicating also the direct and indirect cost in coming up with the bid. Fourth is the quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. There is also a prescribed form in Section 9 of bidding forms. Financial proposal that exceed the ABC indicated shall be rejected, and any missing documents in the mentioned checklist is ground for outright rejection of the bid. For the other pertinent issues, first, contractors must submit one original copy and two photocopies. Likewise, the same must be book bounded and properly labeled, tagged, and paginated as per DO number 90, series of 2000. Next is the requirements in notice of award. First is the notice with your signed conforme thereon, the required performance security, the required credit line or cash deposit certificate if applicable, the required contractor's all risk insurance, the precedence diagram method, manpower schedule, equipment utilization schedule, project organization chart, construction method, and construction safety and health program approved by the board. Next is the three-strike policy of the department. The provision governing the imposition of administrative sanctions for contractors who commit acts which tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year except for valid reasons. For the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil work contracts. For the preparation and submission of bids, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the bidder shall send a copy of official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in PDF format. An auto reply email shall be sent to the bidder after successfully sending the official receipt to the proper email address. Bidders must prepare the electronic bid in a password-protected archive format and submit it to the email address identified in the invitation to bid and bid data sheet. The submitted electronic bid shall contain two files, the technical and financial proposal, both in a password-protected archive format. Bidders must submit their electronic bid using the registered email address in CWA, and all files in technical and financial proposal must be in PDF format. Password protective archive file submitted must be opened using the password provided by the bidder and must be successfully opened or accessed by the bot. Bidders shall be given a maximum of 3 attempts or a period of 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password, except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified. The bidder may also be subjected in the sanction under DO number 17, series of 2015, the 3-strike policy as may be warranted under circumstances. The official email address of our office is electronicbids_r12@dpwh.gov.ph. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, dear. So we're almost done with this private conference. We practically were able to discuss everything in the preparation of the submission of the bid proposals of the bidders. And should these contractors made themselves available during this activity, they could have asked queries or clarification that is not clear from them. But since there are no contractors except one, who does not even raise questions, maybe they can just do this. No? And that is the purpose of having live stream via YouTube. And before we end up, let us recapitulate what has been discussed here. The summary proceedings, including the way of any announcing prospective bid bulletins to be issued.
Mr. Chair,
Okay, before that, let me acknowledge
before anything else or before we wrap up this pre-bid conference, may I clarify with the Planning and Design Division if they have cleared the right of way site, particularly for item number 10, since I had a meeting with the mayor of the Pulomulok LGU on last Monday, and he particularly raised 3 projects, including this one, concluding of road in PUROK Barangay Polo to Kasapa Barangay Malipurog. According to them, the item that will be the area that will be traversed are a portion of which are owned privately by the RBC. So yes, sir, they are requesting if the landowners have been consulted. If none, they are requesting for a public consultation for this project.
Before we close this project, security from BRGY certificate that they're
From Mayor Palencia himself, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, on Monday, it's not actually part of the agenda, but he presented a request from the actually it's an unsigned. I don't know if bakit yun ang lumabas, sir, pero officially received by the LGU, unsigned by our initial pa lang, sir. A request for the issuance of the ECC or CNC. So, dun niya, sir, na-raise po na kung na-inform ba ang mga owners kasi according to them, as per their assessor, municipal assessor, portion nga nung area that will be traversed is privately owned by the RBC.
before kasi ma-identify ito. Validate ng DTI together with the LGU.
So, this is a convergence program, sir. Kasi mangyari ito, sir, yung sa silway din, sir, na maraming natamaan na pineapples and mga crops. So yun din ang concern nila, ayaw nilang pasukin yung area, i-bulldoze yung area without even soliciting consent from the landowners.
Initiate the certification.
Yes. Yun nga din ang na-raise ko, sir. Sabi ko, sir, usually, kasi yan, sir, tinignan ko nga na local local or convergence program. Usually, may certificate from the LGU. Ang ni-raise lang niya, sabi niya, yung naunang project, hindi daw sa administration niya. Hindi, I don't know if, of course, I'm not familiar kung meron na rin certificate issued by the LGU.
Certifications and
So siguro, sir, before kung we will bid this out before the construction, kasi wala dito online si Sir, wala ba?
Sana.
If before the mag-start siguro ang project, sir, merong construction conference o pre-construction conference.
I usually think that is really requirement at before the implementation of the project. There should be pre-construction meeting with all.
Siguro, sir, hindi siya nakalimutan niya, hindi siya familiar
Yes.
na.
Because it will help prove that they have that certification. That is that amount.
Yes, sir. Specify ko din talaga sila, sir, for that mga ganyang projects. Wala kaming road funds for that. Hindi kami ang nagbabayad. So, tingnan daw nila kung makaya ng LGU. Pero yun ang gusto nila for a public consultation or mag-request din daw sila in another set schedule. Nila. Particularly for this item number 10.
Because in engineering design, nagkakaroon sila ng LGU, nagkakaroon sila ng public consultation. Ano nangyari dito? Bakit
Pero kasi ito sa convergence. DTI, sir, ang nagpili ng tayo.
expected of LGU and the consultation.
So, na lang siguro.
So,
if they will
anyway, there being already issued certification from the LGU, then before implementing the project, it is also a requirement that there will be a activity under pre-construction meeting with the stakeholders. So we are going to proceed with opening of the bids with the information that we are going to strictly monitor the conduct of reconstruction meeting in order to address the concern. Okay, so are we all agreed that we're going to proceed with the bids of the receipt of bids opening? Relying on the certification issued by the LG. So are we agreed on that, or we're going to defer the opening of the bids, the submission of the bids?
I think the issue set. Indicate natin ito.
Actually, sir, I also reminded the LGU chief that the policy instruction of the department is for any projects with right-of-way issues, particularly those without right-of-way funds, will have to be reverted or negated immediately. So parang nag-ano naman siya na ayaw din naman daw nilang mabalik yung project. Kaya gusto daw nila muna talaga i-consult ang stakeholders. Tapos makita ko ma-resolve ba ng LGU yung right-of-way issues kung pwede nilang i-carry over.
Kasi pag doon sa pre-construction meeting, naka-award na tayo. Nagkaroon ng award. So natin ma-revert yung funds.
Yes, sir. Unless ma-terminate natin yung project.
Yes.
Result siya sa duration. Ito talaga, sir, aside from this is yung dalawang bridge na tinanong niya yung mga project niya. Footbridge daw yun. Sabi ko, sir, bridge kasi yung description. Meron kayong ano, sir, construction of bridge daw. Sabi niya, footbridge daw yun. Sa akin, sir, tayo din ang nag-letter.
Unsigned.
Hindi
Hindi naman ang electronic and digital technology.
Hindi ko na-picture ito na. Hindi ko alam kung ano. Bakit ito, sir, unsigned?
Advanced stuff is advanced. Pero
Kaya ina-initial kasi ko.
kung pwede the bullets, pwede pa rin nag-advance copy.
Paano sila nakakuha?
Oo.
Pero dumaan sa records namin, sir, dumaan ito sa akin. Na-forward na kay RT. I don't know if na-release ni RT.
Hindi ka hawak ng ano, POCA, without waiting for the signed one. So for this, for these three projects, na medyo nagkaroon initial information from the LGU, no?
Yes, sir. From the mayor
From
himself.
the mayor himself. So what is my understand, are you going to throw back this to the planning again for the follow-up?
Signified na LGU. That official letter submitted.
Sige, sir. So we will defer the bid opening for this project.
That is contract ID number.
Item number 10, sir. 24M00220.
Okay, and
Yun lang muna, sir.
for this, we will have this. So
Pulumulok kasi ito, sir.
the recommendation of the bids and awards is to defer the opening of bids for this painting na ma-resolve mo na yung issue ng mayor, abroad of the mayor. The purpose of this is para hindi naman delay once kasi naman doon natin i-conduct during the pre-construction meeting. By that time, there was already an award. So pag may award, medyo mahirap ang pag-disclose sa documentation kung paano natin na-refer. No? So before we can proceed with the submission of their bids, no, let us siguro exclude this, no? So we'll be having a bid policy on this. Okay. So in that, the chief of the planning and design division should make a formal communication related memorandum to the yes, at least the chairman of the bids awards that we're going to defer item number 10 to give more time to discuss about the issues brought by the municipal mayor. So with that, are there any more issues of clarification?
I have no worry.
So hearing that, let us just proceed with the wrap up of what we have discussed this project. Engineer, we give it to the engineer one.
For the summary of proceedings, the basic contract data is presented by Engineer Mr. Ibrahim. The requirements and reading documents were presented by Engineer Roberto Gabriel Capulong. The requirements for technical proposal were presented by yours truly, Engineer General Romano. And the financial proposal requirements as well as the electronic submission receipt of bids were discussed by Engineer Vanessa J. Salazar. After the discussion of the said items, it was the contract ID 24M00220 was discussed by the Bids and Awards Committee, and they have decided to defer the opening of bids for this contract due to issues regarding to the right of way as raised by the municipal mayor. Therefore, the big bulletins to be issued will contain the postponement and the final date of the bid opening for this contract. The other 9 civil works projects will be the dropping of the bids of the 9 civil works The works projects will be on February 27, 2024 at 10 a.m. And the bid opening shall be on the same date, February 27, 2024 at 2 p.m. Any minor changes in the bidding documents will also be shown in the bid bulletin distribution. That will be all.
Okay, thank you very much. Now with this wrap up, we also highlighted the DO number 9, series of 2012. This is about the technical requirements for civil work projects for public bidding. We also highlighted DO number 11, series of 2012. This is the inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component. So that's all for this private conference. As we already have covered everything about everything about for everybody's information, including the bidders on the requirements upon submitting their bid proposals. So with that, do we have any more queries or clarification? Or if none, what is the pleasure of the Regional Rights Committee?
Mr. Chair, there being no more issues or concerns raised, I move for the adjournment of this private conference.
Okay, thank you very much, Attorney Sagato. So there being a motion to adjourn this private conference, duly seconded, I hereby adjourn this private conference. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, ito, sir.